Part 2. He had 72 hours to get this done. His calculations show he could get to the surface and return well within 48 hours, giving him an extra day just in case he needed it. Reconfiguring the probe was easier than he thought. There was enough oxygen to last 3 days if needed. Also, his spaceship and spacesuit were designed especially to keep him cool in the searing heat. Before launching, he double-checked the probe link with the main ship's controls. If anything went wrong, he could send another probe to the surface to help. If the probe left the ship, he could see the name on the side of the fuselage, Coup de Soleil. The ship was built in France, and the name translated in English to Sunburned. The sun burned massively in the sky, but the probe started toward the surface, despite the overwhelming heat. Dustin kept an eye on the controls. They mapped the surface for a suitable landing spot, and within minutes, the ship control locked onto a large crater covering hundreds of miles that was suitable for a landing. The probe slowly descended. Dustin could see out of a very small window, and soon the edges of the crater loomed large in the distance. An altimeter showed just under 200 feet until landing. At 100 feet, a warning light flashed. The display soon lit up with warnings about the temperature increasing the closer the probe came to the surface. This was expected, so Dustin was not worried. As the probe hit the surface, Dustin was surprised that there was no dust particles flying around the probe. Instruments showed the gravitational pull was about 38% of that on Earth. This would make it easier to maneuver on the surface. The surface temperature showed 400 degrees Celsius, or about 750 degrees Fahrenheit. His spaceship were working properly and perfectly as he exited the probe. He decided to jump to the surface because it was about a 3 to 4 foot drop. The shuttle cameras should record his landing on the surface as proof of his claiming the planet in his name. I hereby claim the planet of Mercury in my name, Dustin Wright, along with the rights to all materials on the planet. As he landed, he was surprised to find there was no dust on the surface. He kicked the surface hard with his right leg, but nothing. It was like kicking a rock. Strange. The scientists hypothesized that there were going to be several inches of dust based on the high heat. He turned to watch the shuttle as it drilled into the surface to do an analysis of the minerals in the ground. A laser directed the drill to a circular pattern around the shuttle.